Howdy, and welcome back to Celebrating Vintage Model Kits. Today we're going to be doing a kind of a supplement to a previous video that was done on a Revell kit for the Sikorsky H-19 rescue helicopter in U.S. Air Force rescue markings. This is another version of the same basic kit that was produced to represent the Navy HO4S-1. The Revell produced a number of different versions of this kit for the different services, different nationalities, but the main original grouping was for the Army S-55, the Marine Corps version, and the Air Force version were the first three original ones from 55 and 56, and then later on they did the specific Navy version in 1960. So unfortunately, I do not have the box for this one, but we did do a review of the box from the previous version. But we do have basically the complete kit that we can take a look at here. The previous video was done in unfortunately, got YouTube's formatting setup. Didn't like the format that we had shot it in, even though it was done in HD. They didn't like that, so it was kind of a little blurry. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to show the kit. Basically, the same kit again, but now that we know how to upload properly onto YouTube so you can see it in HD, you'll be able to see some of the details that we talked about. I'll also be including in the description of this video a link to the original video that we had done with some more information about the H-19, S-55, and also all the various boxings that were produced on it. So let's get into this and see what we got here. So we do have the original instructions, significantly smaller than what was with the kit that we looked at before. It's a small little skinny sheet. So it's falling apart, very delicate, but it's got the HO4S-1. They do have a 1956 copyright on here, but this kit actually did not come out until 1960. So I think they were just using some of the copy from some of the earlier issues of the kit and didn't bother to change the copyright on it. They did give some more specific information about this helicopter as the HO4S, including the information about the Operation Deep Freeze. So the box art that was done for this one was done by Jack Linwood, and it was specifically for the Operation Deep Freeze, which was the U.S. attempt at establishing permanent bases down in Antarctica, and the Navy, of course, supported that, and they had a number of helicopters that were on some of the supporting ships to be able to help with that. And the box art, which you saw as the title card for this, represents that particular aircraft. The decals that came with this are missing, but the decals were for had a specific numbered aircraft, 13983. I was not able to locate any specific photographs of that exact helicopter. There are a few photographs of some of the helicopters involved in that operation, but I was not able to see anyone with that specific serial number on it. So whether or not that's a fictitious serial number or I'm just not able to locate that photograph is unknown, but I'll stop here and show you some of the pictures of the helicopter during Operation Deep Freeze. Okay, so let's take a look at the instructions a little bit more. Starts out with the assembly of the hub, of the rotor hub, the blades. Fairly intricate design, identical to the one from the S55 or H19. And multi-piece has a pitch control ring, the pitch control rods, all that. So this was pretty sophisticated for a 1955 kit. Then you've got the cockpit. You've got individual pilots in here. Some cockpit detailing, which was nice. Didn't see a whole lot of that back then. They do include the same figures as the previous kit, which don't really kind of match up with what would be an Operation Deep Freeze. And then you've got the engine bay assembly. So you've got a fairly detailed engine bay with the Pratt & Whitney radial engine in there. I think that was the Pratt & Whitney R1380, 1340, something like that. That was later replaced by a Wright 1300 in the later versions to get a little bit more power. The Pratt & Whitney engine had 600 horsepower, and the Wright engine had 700 horsepower. Then you got the assembly of the fuselage, putting the assemblies together inside, glass pieces, putting the hub and the rotor in, and then you could assemble the clamshell doors and open or closed. They were not movable. Landing gear was held on by heating up screwdriver or knife and melting the little tab, keep the wheel on there. And then you got some of the final assembly pieces here and decaling. So there we go with that. Let's take a look at the fuselage first. It's fairly well detailed. A little bit maybe overdone on the rivet detail. Maybe just a little out of scale. But for 48 scale kit, not too shabby. You have the part number molded on the inside. Unfortunately, there's no options on the door. They didn't include an interior in that part, so not that big a deal. Notice they did remove the Revell name on the inside of the fuselage that was on the older kit. And let's see how the fit is on this one. Pretty tight. Pretty good fit. You do have some little sinkholes from where the pins are. Some sinks up here. You do have Revell stamped on the side here, which I don't think was on the other one. Got that kit fuselage here, yeah. So they got rid of it on the inside and placed it on the outside. I guess that was to try to help keep people from ripping off their molds. But not too bad of a fit. A little bit of gaping down here. Not too bad. So we got our nose clamshell doors. Got the opening for the exhaust. Got some kind of nice detail on here for the hinges. And some detail on the interior. A little framing in there. That's where the firewall would be. Here's your rotor blades. Got some detail on the attachment points. Counterbalance weights. It's nice. Some of your hub assembly pieces. Not much detail on those. Another cockpit piece, I believe. Then here's you got aircrew. This is the ground personnel. This is the same one that was used on that H19 and S58 kit. This guy's in shirt sleeves. So not very accurate for Operation Deep Freeze, where on the photographs I showed these guys all in super heavy parkas and everything. And then here's the two-piece pilot, same one as the other one. The leg is separate to help you fit it inside the cockpit. And again, this guy's in very lightweight flying togs. A little bit different, I think, if it was. And here's the other pilot, co-pilot. Just in a baseball cap. He's got his shirt sleeves rolled up too. Yeah, let's see. All right, so here's the engine. This would fit inside here. Then you got your collector ring, another exhaust manifold, or intake manifold actually. I think that's the intake manifold. And some other cockpit parts, kind of nice. They try to represent the noise insulation padding inside here. A couple of little molded on, like map cases, I guess. These what those are. There's the flight deck, pretty simple. You get individual pilot seats. They're kind of nice. There's your instrument panel. Oh, there we go. Actually, there's the instrument panel there with a very light representation of the dials. And there's the back side of it where the instruments actually stick out. The back side of the instrument panel. There's your wheels. Supporting struts. And what else we got? Another part of the cockpit. Here's your main struts, the rear ones for the wheels. And a few additional parts on this tree. Do see a little bit of flash on these. Not too bad as far as flashing goes on most of the stuff, considering the kit was now about 5-6 years old. The mold's holding up pretty good. And then here we have the glass pieces. Here's the windshield. Got a nice raised framing on it. It's a little bit scuffed up, but not terribly thick. It's good polish out pretty good. Then you've got the side windows, the bulged ones for the pilots to be able to look out to the side. Not too bad. So overall, a really nice kit for something from 1955. You would not expect this good of a detailed kit from that time period. But they did issue this. Initially this HO4S version was in the Famous Artist series. They also boxed it as the Famous Aircraft series a couple of times, slight changes in the boxing. It was issued by Revell of Mexico, which is Lodella, Revell of Brazil, Kikoler, I think it was. There's one version that's got, on ScaleMates, it's got German writing on it, so I'm assuming that's Revell of Germany, even though it doesn't designate that. And it popped out a couple other times in this HO4S version of it. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other reissues of the other versions of it, which you can see in the other video. Where we cover all the issues of this kit. So that's it for today. Just a little quick look at an alternate version of a kit we've already looked at. So if you've built one of these yourself, tell us about it in the comment section. And as always, you can send in photographs of your built vintage model so we can include it in the next viewer build video. Last one ended up getting over 1,000 views, so those are starting to turn out to be pretty popular. So if you'd like to get your model seen by others so everyone can see what kind of work you're doing, And it's also neat to see some of these built up and be greatly appreciated. The email's in the channel description, so you can send it to us and we'll include it in the next video. Well, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching and have yourself a great day.